And the button has been pushed. Hi, 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 hi.
Hello.
No.
That was lackluster. Everybody say hi. Hi, hi.
No.
All right,
I
a little
thought I
bit
said
better.
hi nicely.
I'm still giving it a C, but you know, C's good degrees. So, welcome back to Hell and Back, with our wonderful cast here, the people who are always here. As for what happened last session, alright, go.
Last time, on to Hell and Back. Random pool guy really angered the people he was playing a game with because he had to leave in the middle of the mission, which caused it to time out. Sorry, everyone. Anyway, to Hell and Back. We made it to the city. We spoke to the paladin, delivered the slaves, and got into a short spat with her because she insisted we carry the slaves elsewhere, but we were like, nope, we did what we were asked to do, and it was a unanimous decision to leave the city. So the issue with Ring Dancer as well as Cassiopeia will just have to be dealt with later or left to its own devices, because this game is called To Hell and Back, and we haven't even been to hell yet. So we are traveling south to find the individuals who are responsible for sending certain family members into hell. We are going to do horrible things to them, figure out their secrets, and make our way to hell ourselves. It is time.
Hey, look at that.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I think that's pretty succinct. Summary. Yes, that's what's been going on.
Also, the 73.216.189.90, is that the correct address?
I pinned it, I think.
731699924.
Is it pinned in here? Oh, yes, it is.
Pinned on
Okay.
the Discord.
Derp.
So yeah, I need to. I guess do I need a new one?
I did move back to Colorado, so my IP changed.
Yes, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Why would that make sense? No.
No.
Why would you do this to
Well,
us?
no.
Why?
Yeah, it's not like phone numbers. IP changes when you move.
All right.
And was there an access key for this game? There is. Having a
access
hard time
key?
remembering it.
I don't think there's an access key for it.
The password.
Well, yes,
Password
everybody
named
has their own
access.
password.
Okay, so maybe that hasn't changed with.
Yeah,
what
the
is-
password should not have changed.
Okay. Derp. Derpity
I see
derp.
a black screen because I don't have a token in this map.
Jump.
I don't have a token in this map, and it still eventually came up. It just took a while.
Oh, I will move you guys
Aha.
back to Lurbast.
Oh no, suddenly we're moving.
I am logging in successfully
Woo!
Why would you do that?
Task failed successfully.
because it's usually better to know what you roll on the dice table instead of guessing.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I mean, but guessing's half the fun. Come on.
That's for me and knowing you to find out.
What? Who says that?
For me to know and you not to.
Only the most pretentious individuals, but we tolerate them.
Oh, and just really quick, because they fixed a couple things, it's gonna reload you guys, LOL. But I had to enable a module. There you go.
Enable modules?
Yeah!
What are you, me?
Drag token updated a little bit, and it made things better, and that's nice. So I enabled it.
Hooray!
Now you can just click and drag things around them. Anyways, you guys are in Lurbast, and had stayed the night in the tavern. If I'm not mistaken, some of you guys did things like going around.
Aha! Can see
talking
a
about
map.
everything. But all in all, the day was spent here. Various things were done, and now it is your adventure. What are you doing?
Alright,
Dr. Orion simply had too much to drink, tired himself out, and is sleeping outside in a tree.
There is no trees in the desert.
You did say there was one
there was
tiny
one.
little.
Yeah, there was one sparse tree. I do remember saying that. That's true.
I make sure to hold my hoof to the fire to save my progress.
All right, you do that. It asked you, "Are you sure?"
Well, of course I'm sure.
It asked you
It
if you
seems
want
like
to
a perfectly
override your
good-
previous save.
Yes! Damn you, fires. Why do they make them so annoying to use?
4 more. Did you make sure to do these later? You managed to save your progress.
Hooray! And now that little spell feels confident about facing danger. She should zoom out and look for her friends. Guys, are we going now? So the little spout peeks in and sees somebody sleeping, I'm guessing. Z.
Pretty much.
Too many Z's, in fact. And so at this point, she opens the door nice and gentle, starts creeping in. Creep.
The creeper.
Now she's next to the bed, smiling down at her poor innocent friend in a totally not creepy fashion.
I can imagine it already.
Who would be sleeping in a bed at this hour?
Well, nobody. Little Spout has anything to say about it.
Oh, well, if you're sneaking up on the one sleeping, he's not in a bed. He's hanging upside down on the tree.
Well, if you think that's going to stop me from sneaking up there, you got something else coming.
Oh, that's true.
And so she jets up to the branch and lands on the branch, nice and quietly.
You see Orion's wings twitch, but then they curl up tighter around his face to block out the morning sun.
And then she just kind of settles down on her belly, and she reaches out a hoof, and she gently bats at the hanging person like they're a piñata that is very thin, like she's being careful. Nudge, 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 nudge.
You see a hoof kind of kick out from underneath the wings, and then it quickly tucks back in.
She moves her hoof. She starts nudging in the other direction. Nudge, 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 nudge.
What?
It's wake up time. We got things to do. Adventure.
Fine.
Yay!
Orion's wings slowly stretch out, but then he stretches them out nice and wide, and you hear some kind of sounds like thick bubble wrap paper popping. Then he rolls around his neck, slides his tail off the branch, and he parachutes down to the ground.
Little Spout descends with flumes of fire because that's how she flies now. So she looks like a little shuttle just coming in for a landing.
Oh no, is she one of Tesla's self-guided rockets that's gonna crash to the ground?
I mean, if something, attacks her as she's trying to land, that could happen.
Alright.
And Orion will spend the next hour prepping his... Let's see, what are they called? They're called elixirs now. He will spend the next hour prepping his elixirs and bombs for the day.
There you go.
Little Spout offers to help. She's not that good at it, but she is trained at crafting, so she's not totally incompetent, but she's just not... She has no alchemical talent.
Oh, I see. Well, then
But she's trying.
I know the perfect job for you. Did your dad ever tell you to hold the candle while he worked?
She tilts her head. It's not dark.
Well, I want you to create some shade because the morning sun in this desert is brutal.
Oh, she says, as if suddenly everything makes sense. And ignore the player checking to see if they have that or not. Oh, I do. And she nods. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry, she says, holding up her hoof. I got this. And so she clops her hoofs together. Clomp. And she begins casting a spell. A horrible spell. You don't even understand how horrible this is.
Oh,
I'm
no.
just saying. It's pretty horrible. Okay, so it's actually not that horrible. But essentially, she makes an elephant. But the elephant also has exceptionally large ears. And she bids the elephant to open its ears. Whoop. And now there is shade. There is so much shade.
That is one of the
There's
most
a little bit of
creative
shade.
solutions to shade I've ever heard.
I mean, that's what he asked for. So that's what she did. She cast Illusory Creature as a third level spell.
There you go.
And as soon as the sunlight is directly off of Orion, he takes his glasses off, rubs his eyes, shakes his head, and he's like, "Oh, that's much better. Thank you."
She nods. Anything for a friend. Well, okay, not anything, but still.
We're friends?
She tilts her head. Well, we adventure together. That, as far as I know, that makes us friends. Would you risk your life for somebody who's not a friend?
I mean, if it were really funny, sure.
She rubs
I should
her hoof
have-
against her cheek. I mean, I guess I didn't take that into consideration. but it's
I
not
mean,
really funny.
It's
So
just
you,
that
you have to be a friend.
it's just that ever since you nearly killed me for nearly killing your friend, you haven't been nice to me at all.
What? She points at her big-eared elephant. It looks like I'm being nice to you.
Orion looks up. Whoa, what is that?
But his name is Rumbo. Hi, say hi to Rumbo.
Orion reaches out and his hoof will pass through it. Whoa.
I mean, you say that, but
Oh,
no, it feels like an elephant. It smells like an elephant. It even makes elephant noises.
he's expecting his hoof to pass through it, and then he's like, "Oh, you can do that."
Although I believe at this point, since you actually are trying to disbelieve it, you would get a saving throw.
This is true.
Sure, why not?
Give me that will save. Not privately. Come on.
Sure.
Oh, it's okay. Bulk.
Why would you do that? Ah,
He's
there it is.
very upset at us.
That is a failure. So that elephant is still completely real.
He's not going to try to eat me, is he?
No, you silly. Elephants don't eat meat. Elephants eat, like, grass and sticks and stuff, he says, looking not at all certain.
Oh, well, in that case, back to work.
And while he goes to work, Little Sprout sits down and she starts thinking about the nature of elephants.
You're welcome to give me a nature roll about elephants if you wish.
Hey, I was already working on it. What did she remember about elephants?
Oh, yes. And you remember that maybe you are correct, and that they don't actually eat people. However, Persians, you're not quite sure.
I wasn't trying to figure out Persians.
Oh.
I was just trying to figure out what do elephants actually eat.
Leafy things.
Hooray! So she wasn't wrong when she said grass and sticks.
All right, let me see. 1 and 2.
But Little Sprout looks content with herself, having reorganized her databanks.
Hey, look at that. Look at
But
that.
she stays still because right now she's concentrating on keeping the elephant there, keep providing shade.
Aha. And
Look at all that shade.
we move to the other half of the party. We're in the tavern. I believe that is Lysander, that is Antiel, and Steady Shoot.
Yes. It's not Lysandra, though.
Or Stardancer, sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So, Steady wakes up. Probably hungover. At least a little bit.
Just a bit.
Probably drank a lot more later.
Mhm.
You had an encounter with a blue Pegasus last session.
Yes, I did. And then after she left, my character just probably kept drinking.
I'm kind of curious. The interaction you had with her, I'm asking out of character. She has a book with her that keeps track of her time adventures. Was she hinting that she already knows who you are? She just can't officially say so.
Oh, she was unless she is a much better liar and wasn't betraying anything. No, she already met me.
Did you keep
Unless she was a big liar. Unless she is absolutely like unless she is super good at that, but I don't think so. I think the timeline for her is she was sending me love notes at the end of one of the sessions, or during one of the sessions, and then I got to a place and met her, and she did not know who I am. Then there was shenanigans, and we wound up falling for each other, I guess. There was love potion problems, but I liked playing it. I liked playing enamored with this character, so we kind of kept it instead of my character being like, that's a violation of everything.
So he's more like, you didn't have to use the potion, you just had to ask.
Sure, something like that.
Did
And
you?
then what else happened? So we did that, and then she disappeared at some point from the university. So the timeline is probably I meet her at the university, and then she starts going around traveling, making tons of golems and doing time travel for an unknown reason.
Speaking of golems, did you keep the letter she left for you for the golem we fought in Wati?
Probably, but I didn't think to show it to her or talk with her about it or anything. So 50-50 chance she takes it. So she takes it. It's like, I can't talk about that.
All good questions. So, are you guys
Yes.
making your wake ups?
Yes.
Ah, you guys wake
Sorry,
up.
it's been up for a while since she only needs like 2 hours sleep anyway.
Mm-hmm. So for you, it's 2 hours of sleep and then studying all night. For
Studying or doing the other things or reading or however.
Okay.
She do be doing a star dancer. And the next day, I'm sure she makes herself known in one way or another.
One way or another.
Yeah, the tavern that you guys are in does not seem to be very populated at the moment. In fact, the Pilgrim's Arrow, as it is right here, is I mean, it's kind of earlier in the morning. You guys aren't drawing nearly as many strange looks from people who are going, like Persians and Sphinxes, who are going through the tavern. Given that it's obviously a little bit less populated. And though the front lady doesn't really pay you guys any mind if you guys are leaving.
That's right.
And you guys leave.
We leave by Lurbost. We were there for one session and I wasn't even there.
Does Little Spout notice them leaving?
I'm assuming, yes, from afar you can see your friends going. It's not hard to miss a steady sheet.
Then Little Spout's going to point. Point. Look, there they are. It's time to go. And that's when her elephant vanishes, because it actually takes a lot of effort to keep that going forever. Poof.
And for a few minutes, Orion has just been sitting there looking over his potions and bombs, and he's been muttering to himself in Abyssal. But as soon as the illusion is gone, the sun is back in his eyes. Ah! No! He pats around on the dirt for his glasses, puts them back on.
More like the thing disappears, and then you realize you have been accidentally staring at the sun for probably 5 or 10 minutes, and it all comes back.
Oh no!
It is still an illusion. All of the effects are still there, like how hot your fur is on the angle of the sun right now.
It's a good thing horses can't suffer from sunburns.
Ah, yes. Although that does give me some really good ideas on how to cleverly trick a vampire.
I mean,
oh no! Quick, run underneath that shade.
Okay, so that immediately made me go look, and yeah, no, horses can get sunburned.
Of course they can. I was making a joke.
I mean,
Okay.
sunburn is literally just a burn.
Orion,
Right.
what
Well,
happened to you?
the
You
sun!
become a black and red OC?
Boo.
No. As it turns
But,
out, Little Spout is busy not caring because I mean she's literally a fire kineticist. It's like, oh no, the sun, that's so hot. Oh wait, no, it's not.
I mean, yes, but it gets through your skin, which I'm going to imply at this point means through your fire resistance. I don't know.
I have
I
to.
mean, she's
I have to
also-
make the argument that which is worse, sunburn or real burn?
I mean, I think you're forgetting what kind of fur she has. She's literally a walking fuzzball.
Oh yeah, that's right. You probably have more fur. Like the thing about most the thing, they have a higher risk of what I call sunburns because they have a much thinner coat than many other animals.
Except when you're talking about the the little little ponies that are like little fuzzballs,
They
as opposed to a
typically
full-on horse, which can have very thin fur.
horses will typically get sunburns on their muzzles because it's just skin with little fuzz.
Right. But no, she's a fuzzball. She's a walking fuzzball. In fact, her fuzzball is so amazing, gives her endure elements. So
Cool. All right,
it is
so
not a warm day as far as she's concerned.
Little Spout, you had mentioned just last night that we should forego the roads and just head straight south. I want to do that. What about everyone else?
She points out into the distance. Yes! I mean, we're not little scrubs anymore. What's going to stop us?
Every single manner of beast gets in our way.
Leviathans, dragons.
Lack of supplies.
She rolls
Well,
her
I
eyes.
do have my character gestures to his magical tent. This
I
can
mean-
supply enough food for all of us, and it's magic. So
Little Sprout digs out and nice thunk.
Oh yes,
Ooh.
the pot.
Yes. And I feel
Ryan-
like that was just a really good item to take. I'm
Little
just
Spout
saying.
has the pot handled, guys.
Didn't.
Yep.
And then she tilts her head left, tilts her head right, and I can make all the water we need.
Can you fill it with water? Pretty cool.
She has the spell.
but yeah,
Ah.
she has water everywhere, and I have what's it called? And my character has a
I
whole
don't know what it's called.
yeah. Me neither.
I'll be right back, everyone. I'm still listening.
My character has the awesome new magic item, which means that we can get food.
Mm-hmm.
See, my character knew what he was doing. I saw that magic item. I'm like, that seems good.
But yes, we are at the level that most random encounters will regret that they've ran into us.
Oh yeah.
That is true.
It's like, oh no, a desert drake. It's like, okay, how do you want to die? No, I'm here to kill you. No,
no.
no,
No.
no, that's not how that works, my friend.
All right. Well, it seems like you guys are pretty good and rearing to go. And I believe
No,
Orion.
it's ready for adventure. Adventure.
Yeah, I believe Orion was wondering if you guys were going like down the road with all your fancy trinkets and stuff, or just going straight down toward Dakula.
I believe we were just going to like do a straight line there,
Apparently.
All right. Well, that is,
unless anybody had any objections. I'm listening.
if that is the party
Yes.
decision,
Let's cut across the desert. Roads are for scrubs and weaklings.
Yes. I hope this is good.
Also, if anybody was actually trying to follow us, we're literally making it way more difficult suddenly.
oh yeah.
So it will be 180 miles southeast to reach Dakali. That is our destination, correct?
Sounds good.
All right. How many miles
Let's
a day can we
do
travel?
it. There's actually rules for that.
What was that? What was
I
the
said there's actually rules for that. So who is the slowest person in the party? That's the question.
Probably not Steady. Steady would be the slowest if it weren't for the fact that he's a barbarian, which makes it faster.
Well, Little Sprout goes.
it might still be.
30 feet.
You know what, why don't we just type it? Probably the easiest. Here.
Okay, hold on.
Oh wait, no, it's not 30. It's actually 35.
Okay. But since
Hold
we're
on.
not trying to leave our friends behind, we're going to be stuck at 30. And that's fine because the next step
Yeah,
up
I only
wouldn't
have
be
30,
until you
yeah.
get to 45. And we're not doing 45.
Do we have any communal spells that will assist us in traveling faster or traveling longer?
I might have some enemies.
I'm sorry. I'm the water kineticist. No, not really.
I believe Ancio had spoke up about that actually. He was like,
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, my computer crashed, so I just got back.
welcome back.
I was literally sitting here listening, and it crashed.
Ah. All right, what do you got?
For spells, I have Fleet Step. I don't
What
know
does
how
that
long-
do? What's the duration?
Duration is 1 minute. It's not very useful.
That's not gonna. Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
That's the only thing I got.
Okay, so it sounds like we're moving at the rate of 30, which gives us 2 activities a day. Oh, how exciting is that? Ah, can't even handle it, yeah. I feel I should link this over to. Actually, why don't I just link it to everybody? Da-da-da! It's exploration, yo. Look at those hexes.
Good pun.
Aha.
What? I didn't make up exploration. That's literally what they call it.
Water sources, we've got that covered.
Yeah, we got water and food. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So a question: are we going to be trying to pushing ourselves, or should we just move at a normal pace? Rest
Well,
during
I
the
mean,
day travel.
our normal pace is hustling for a human. It's a good thing we're not humans.
Yeah. So let's do normal pace unless we find a reason to move faster, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Normal pace will get you normally 2 squares along
So-
like a
Yeah,
path.
2 hexes a day.
Yep. However, the desert is difficult terrain, which I think cuts that in half, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, difficult terrain would take 2 actions to get across.
And there
So
is
what?
a lot
One
of
target,
dudes out
isn't
in
it?
the wilds. It is, yes.
Okay.
You're in the desert. Of course, it's difficult terrain.
Boo, I say. Boo!
Yeah.
As we're leaving Lower Ballast, Orion will turn around and get a kind of a mournful look on his face. Please stay safe. And then he'll continue.
Little Spout shall bump against the Lovelorn. She'll be alright. Even if we have to, I don't know, break her apart and put her back together again? I mean, that's a thing we could do, I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's kind of what got her into this mess in the first place, is I did break her apart.
Hmm.
I'm worried the
She
paladin...
boops the Lovelorn. Boop!
Steady just looks unpleasant. Like has a sour face on his face, but doesn't say anything yet.
I'm just worried the paladin won't want to speak to her. He'll just see immediately what she is. Or she'll just see immediately what she is and try to strike her down.
Speaking of the paladin, as you guys are leaving the city, you are accosted by her. And by accosted, I mean she just kind of like shows up in front of you. Hold it right there, you. Hold it. She puts up a paw.
Yes, Captain?
Little Sphinx tilts her head. You don't look like a desert expanse, but we will cross you if we have
I want to make it very clear that if you are going to leave, you are not going to come back with another, a platoon of slaves, yes?
It depends on
no,
who is supposed to deliver slaves.
You will not
we're-
come back
we're-
here with a platoon of slaves, because I will not be as nice the second time.
We're not going in the right direction, and also it wasn't our idea, so take it up with the other people. So, bye!
She squints.
And Little Sphinx takes off with a strange jets of flame coming out from underneath her, which is not normally how a Sphinx does it, but, whatever.
She looks to the rest of the party, somewhat confused by the looks of it. Where is she going? She is not going down the path.
No. We're going to be going that way. And he just points southeast toward Dakalai.
And she
As the crow walks.
She kind of raises an eyebrow. Well, it is your funeral. I supposing then you will not need this. And she clutches like something in her paw a little bit and kind of like seems to just be playing with them lightly. It seems to be small little badges.
Orion's ears perk up. Ooh, badges.
No, you are
Wait.
not. You are not going down the path. You do not need them. And she starts to look like she's pocketing them. Bucket, bucket.
Badges? Badges? Orion suddenly gets an incredulous look on his face. We don't need no stinking badges!
Yeah, no badges.
Precisely,
shouts little.
which is why I am keeping them. You are not going on the path, and therefore you do not need the badges. Go on. Shoo.
Hey,
I am
little,
very confused.
little Sphinx hasn't heard what they said except badges. She heard badges, and so she joined in enthusiastically.
I'm pretty sure she thinks we're going to die.
Hey, Captain, before I go, I have a favor to ask of you. If you do meet Cassiopeia or Ring Dancer, whoever she identifies herself as, please just talk to her. I know she's not something you would want to still exist, but please talk to her.
I am
Don't
not
strike her
a
down.
cold-blooded killer, though your description has given me the insight that she may hurt people. The moment she gives any inclination to as such, if that is her goal, then it will be done. Otherwise, I am more than a conversational person who can make plenty of friends, I am sure, she says sternly.
No,
Orion will smile and he'll fly up to her eye level and just hug around the snoot.
She bats you away, and it hurts because she's really strong.
Orion will keep floating in midair, and he'll wave to her and just say, bye.
She does not wave back, simply turns around and goes back into the town.
And Orion sits down on Steady Shoot's back.
I feel like maybe we should have asked.
Little Sphinx is literally not there, so that's not happening from her.
Yes, so.
She took
What
off.
did we need to ask?
Well, she hinted that it was very dangerous, and perhaps we should have asked about that.
I think the badges were if we were traveling down the paths into the towns, it would probably get us through a lot easier.
Maybe.
But we don't need no stinking badges.
And we're not going to any towns until we get to Dakalai anyway.
I mean, Steady Shoot, you might. Do you still have a badge?
I mean, is my insignia for the what are they called?
Bannermanes?
The Bannermanes. Is that a badge?
Give me a society roll, you.
I have one.
Oh,
On me,
well, I mean,
if
yes,
it's there.
that is a badge, yes. It didn't look like the
Okay.
same kind of badges that she had, but...
Okay. It didn't seem like the same kind of badges. I'd probably be able to tell that. I'm like, well, it doesn't seem like that. It was that. So.
All right.
Okay.
The journey of 180 miles begins with the first step.
Yep. Let's go.
Alrighty.
I would walk 90 some odd miles, and I would walk 90 some odd more.
Now, going
I
off the
would
path
not
is difficult
96
terrain,
miles
which means it
per
is double
hour.
the amount of mileage per hex. So I believe for this first day, as you guys travel away from Lurbost, which hex are you guys aiming to go toward?
I think if we just go as the crow walks in this path right here, I think that'll be expeditious.
Alright.
If we're going to hell,
if you
shouldn't we
wanna-
be going as the crow dies?
If you want to place a ray template, you can, because it'll actually stay there.
Sorry.
Well, I think we'll travel in this
1
direction.
second. Boop.
Aha.
That did not go down properly, but okay.
It's close enough.
Fair enough. So
But
you guys
our-
aren't going directly to Dakalai, more to this bridge over here that you guys know of.
No, we're going directly to Dakalai. That's just going to be the most direct fashion.
Gotcha.
Like
Alright.
eventually we'll have to cross 1, 2, 3 roads.
I think we could go up the cliffs and along that river and then just come out from the north. But
I need a
it doesn't
blind
really matter.
D100 from somebody.
D100s? I love D100s.
Who does that?
Do you?
Apparently,
wow.
yes.
Blind.
That is the most
key.
visible blind D100 I've ever seen.
That is
Oh,
possible.
was supposed to be blind? Sorry.
Of course.
Should I re-roll it?
Yes.
Look at that secret roll.
And in the most Davidish of ways, man, that was either better or worse.
Yep.
As
That sure was between 1 and 100.
And you guys begin your travel, going up been down dunes. It's not nearly as rocky as the way up here, with the road and all the mountains and everything like that from Wati.
Right, but that probably just makes it even harder to travel, doesn't
Yup.
it?
Yep. Especially for you there, Mr. Antian, with your big hooves and constantly sinking in little spots of sand. It's annoying. It's annoying.
Yes.
And you guys get to go and rest. Now, it is the middle of the desert. Am I to assume watches, or how are you guys doing that?
We do watches. Also, actually, wait. Do we have an amazing tent? I heard something about an amazing tent.
There was the mention of an amazing tent.
It's true. There's an amazing tent.
Tell me more about this amazing tent.
Let me see. Let me pull it up.
Or you can click the icon, either or.
Yes.
Is it
Hold
so
on. I
amazing
don't
that
remember what inventory is. Here we are. Is this the way?
Is it amazing enough to fit 6 ponies?
Yes, actually.
Perfect.
It is amazing enough for 9 medium creatures.
This actually is a pretty nice tent.
Yes.
It's just a kind of a wait. No, it says 4 medium creatures.
No. That's what it says. It looks like it rolls out larger than it looks like it should roll out.
Oh, but in the inside, then you can fit more people. Okay.
Well, more like I think what it happens is you roll it out and it gets larger.
Oh, you can fit 10 people. Nice.
Yeah. But it says that it's food for 9 people.
Wow, we don't even.
Oh,
need
you
my
and 9
little
other
pot.
people. So yeah, it's 10 people.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's like, wow, that's 10 people. That's a pretty good yurt there.
Yes.
That's a really useful little thing you got there.
Yes. And at exactly the right time too.
Look at that.
And are we doing the traditional desert thing where we travel at night and sleep during the day?
Sure.
Hmm.
Why the heck not?
It would be advisable because the wildlife typically comes to life at night, so there'll be a lot more activity around us.
That's true, and it will be, we'll get started in the evening when things start to cool off.
As a point that Little Spout shall mention, if you guys hang around near me, you won't, get all sweaty and miserable.
I mean, we kind of need the sweat.
I mean, you won't sweat because you don't need to.
Oh, because we'll be moist the whole time. Okay.
No.
Do you put off an aura that protects us?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Her coat is just so amazing. Everybody within 10 feet of her gets endure elements.
Hey, look at that. Great for desert travel. You guys have your own foam fan, spray fan.
Actually, wait, I take that back. Lisa, reading my own words is like, wait, no, that's not what it says. It says you guys all do get a bonus to making saving throws against, being hot or cold. I get endure elements, which is great for me. But you guys get at least a bonus to your saving throw to not be miserable.
Okay. Well, unless it gets incredibly cold during the night, which I have winter clothes for, I think if we sleep during the day, we'll be able to relieve ourselves of the worst parts of the weather.
But yes, Little Spout just doesn't care how hot or cold it gets, really.
If there's a watch schedule set up, I will take the steps and rolls in the order of which your watch is.
Orion will take first watch.
And I will take second, and I'll type it too. Ooh.
Who does that?
I'll go ahead and...
Weird people.
Wait, blind.
Is
Nope.
somebody going to take third watch?
Volunteers?
I'll
Yeah.
take third watch.
Type it. Bet.
Well, I guess I need 4.
Very nice.
Wait. Fourth watch? There's no such thing.
Okay, how many watches are we doing?
At least I'm used to 3.
If we
I
do
could be
2-hour
wrong.
if we do 2-hour watches, that should be enough, just the 4 of us.
Okay, so guess there are 4 of them. Whee!
Anziel is just, exhausted carrying Orion around all day, so he gets to sleep longer.
Nice.
Oh yes, I'm sure Ansi
Star
will
sleep for
definitely carry
literally
Orion
one
around
watch.
all day.
I'm
I'll
big enough.
watch it for a watch.
All right. Well, I saw Ryan rolled for the watch. It means a little spout.
Spot did a thing.
What? I don't see the thing yet.
What?
Oh, there it is.
I typed 2. It's right there.
That's
that's
fourth
the-
watch.
So that's the right answer. I didn't see a roll for perception. That's what I was meaning.
Oh, perception.
Yeah.
Is it my turn to do that?
Yeah.
Then I will do that. I'm going to roll so much perception you will not even be able to understand it.
And then Anziel.
Anziel. That's you, boy.
I did not mean to click that,
I was like, Anziel doesn't have a shaggy coat.
but he should.
Nope, he's typing in the Discord. What's up? I think he might be having issues.
PC crashed.
Well, that was from before. That's 7:22. Or 22 in whatever hour time zone you're in.
I see.
Yeah. Antiel, you able to roll your stuff? Alright, yeah, he is having a bit of an issue. Alright, I shall roll.
Your call is very important to us. Please stand by.
I'll roll for him. Roll. I suppose that should have been blind here. Hold on. Doot. Bonk. Blind. Aha! Hey, look at that. That was either better or worse. And as you guys go through the day, as you take your watches, Mr. Orion, you don't notice anything that is really to note. It's the day in the desert. I mean, there's a dune, there's another dune, there's so many dunes.
I already read this book.
Yup. Same thing with you, Little Spout. Like, this is definitely like a lot less of a rocky area. I mean, over the dunes you might see the occasional very small lizard that just kind of zoom over the top of the sand, but like nothing really to note in that respect.
In order to keep herself entertained, she attempts to identify the lizard.
Go for it! You are not sure what kind of lizard that is.
She taps her chin. A new lizard.
Mm-hmm.
The world is such a big, mysterious place.
And start answer on the last of your watch. You don't notice anything too out of the ordinary either, other than the fact that toward the evening, when you guys are about to pack up to go travel, you do notice that there is a little bit more sounds of wildlife toward the evening, when the sun is going down.
I am going to roll nature to determine if any of the sounds of nature are particularly dangerous to us.
You are asleep unless Lysander is waking
Oh, I
up.
meant like the evening when we wake up and start traveling. I thought we were there.
What was your question?
I was going to roll nature to determine if any of the wild animals we're listening to are particularly dangerous to us.
They do sound dinosaurish.
More dinosaurs,
Mm-hmm.
but not the aquatic kind.
Could never have too many dinosaurs.
Have you never played Monster Hunter? They're sort of sand aquatic, swim through the sand.
Oh no.
Ooh, land sharks.
Sand aquatic.
Sand aquatic. What?
Okay, just for sake of argument, I'm going to mark off my 2 first level spells as used, assuming that they get spent just keeping everybody topped off with water.
Fair enough. Alright, I need another D100 blind from somebody as you guys continue your travel down this very straight path.
Oh, did David get trouble?
More D100s.
Oh, don't worry, I'm only taking the first one.
I
Yeah. D100 is rolled, and throughout the day, you do not discover anything out of the ordinary. Oh, wait. Yes, you did. You guys seem to have discovered some kind of really large footprints in the sand that are very quickly blowing over. And is kind of on the side against the wind on the dune, so they stayed longer than some of the others.
Huh.
Little Spout attempts to identify what that kind of creature that is. Ooh.
Nature checks ye.
Orion is placing his nose into the footprints before they blow away to see if he can catch a whiff of what we're up against.
Little Spout, you're not entirely sure what that is. Orion, however, you do know that this is definitely the footprint of... sorry, dinosaur name escaped me. I was about to say the name. Look at my notes here again. You know when you remember a name and then you forget it right away. This is definitely the footprint of a velociraptor. And by the way that it looks, just giving you a roll here, technically it isn't just one, though it seems that the footprints themselves seem to be in a line. Some of the footprints are bigger than the others. Might imply there's more than one.
So Orion is down there sniffing around, and he puts his tongue down into the sand and pulls his head back up and goes, "That's definitely sand they were stepping in." Oh, also it's velociraptors. More than one.
Oh, man.
Velociraptors are dinosaurs that are pack hunters. Not particularly big, but they are very fast, and they are hungry predators. And if they're out here in the desert where food is scarce to feed all of them, we are definitely on the menu.
Little Spout tilts her head. Little Spout tilts her head again. I mean, they might think we're on the menu.
Well, I'm just saying, we're going to have to prove we're the apex predators out here.
Okay, she says, juggling a steamy...
You know, if you think about it, there have been a lot of serpents and otherwise reptiles that have tried to eat us.
only to realize the folly of their actions.
Briefly, right before the end, I suppose. Sure.
And so we proceed.
And you proceed through to your next watch. Look at that. You guys just keep it the same order?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that
Then
was simplified.
roll your rolls, you.
Perceptions?
Yes.
Which one am I in?
Let's see. I am first
I won't
watch.
be rolling for Anziel. I'm just gonna assume you guys are having 3 watches and whatnot. Because he's not.
Oh yeah. If Anziel is on one of the watches, then we should swap around a little bit.
Oh, he was number 3. If you were taking number 3 spot.
Yes, I will take the number 3 spot.
Go for
All right.
Did you have... Oh, you didn't have a spot. Well, there you go.
Well, if Steady Shoot is going to be on watch now, I guess I have to ride Anziel for the rest of the trip. Sorry, Anziel.
Sadness is real.
I'm still waiting to perception rolls from Steady Shoot and Start Answer.
Yes. I need GM roll, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Blind Geo.
You can just click the eyeball that's been crossed out. That'll do it.
Yep. Also, if I'm not mistaken, all the skills now open up a window where you can select it, like as you go. It's pretty neat.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is also a thing that happens.
Alright, and as you guys stay awake and take watch, I will note that all of you across your watches do see beady eyes in the distance during the day poke their heads over and then disappear, and poke their heads over and disappear.
Orion is going to take flight during his watch to get a bird's eye view to see if he can count how many there are.
You take flight and notice that there seems to be at least, give me a D12.
Oh no, you spotted a random encounter.
Who does that? You seem to notice 12 of them.
Hey!
Good roll.
They outnumber us. Now, do we wait for the ambush or do we spring the ambush early? I'm going to pose that question to the party. I counted 12 of them during my watch this morning, Do we go hunt them or wait for them to ambush us when they think they're in their favor?
Little Spout inclines her head. Well, if we know they're there and we know that they're going to attack us, why don't we just murder them?
That's what he's saying.
Do we know?
No, I
they're
mean,
going to
she's
attack us?
voting in favor of attacking them before they attack us.
Well, I mean, if we approach them and they don't, immediately approach to kill us,
Little Spout is looking like she's pressing X for doubt.
yeah.
I mean, if they see all of us approaching, they might scatter or they might move away. But if they see one of us approaching, they might think it's a good chance to pounce, and then we all
could-
attack at the same time.
We could also we could also look like we're in a bad spot if we want.
I say we
Little
take
Close her
steady
eyes.
shoot
Why are we trying to be really subtle about random animals?
because they could run away and escape and attack us later. I have a proposition. I say we bury Steady Shoot up to his neck in sand and use him as bait.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
No.
I mean,
Why are you being
I-
weird again?
I can just cast a spell and make what looks to be Steady Shoot stuck in the sand neck.
Can you make it smell like Steady Shoot?
Yes.
Okay, can you make it smell like a cooking Steady Shoot covered in bacon grease? Because I would
Yes,
probably-
actually, she says, thrusting her hood in
Weird.
Okay,
This
So
is
here's
this
what
is standard. This is standard thing. Come on.
This is this is Steady Shoot and Star Dancer watching Little Spout enable Orion. Like this is the dynamic.
Also, shouldn't our token be like? Oh no, it did move. Sorry.
Yep.
It's like,
Yep.
wait. Oh no, it moved. Great! Hooray! I figured it out, guys. I figured it out. Either way, though, yes, Little Spout can totally do that, and she is volunteering to do the thing. Because
all
look,
right. Are we,
she can do that. She can just
are
do
we
that.
traveling through dunes or is this all flatland that's sunbaked?
You guys right now are in dune territory. Like this is where a lot of the sand blows up into.
Look, they're not worms. I'm not scared.
So here's what I think we do. We set up the illusion of Steady Shoot's head poking up right over the edge of the dune in front of the velociraptors. We make them smell like cooked bacon, and when the velociraptors come up to surround him, we pounce from the other side of the dune and destroy them.
The worst that could happen.
The worst that could happen is we don't get any velociraptor bacon out of this. I'll be upset.
Fair enough.
Dan, you're being weird.
Why are you being weird again?
Hi, I'm Dr. Orion. We haven't met.
So, we know what direction they're in.
We know there are 12.
Mm-hmm.
There are 5 of us.
All right,
know that
so
Steady Shoot's
Little
right.
Spout shall lovingly create a simulacra of Steady Shoot buried in the sand, making very pitiful noises like he is stuck and he's trying to get free, but he just can't.
Are you sure? Is that really what I sound like?
I mean, have you ever been buried up to your neck in sand before?
Mm,
Well, then how would you
not
know?
late. Not
How would you
lately.
know what you sound like?
All right, so you guys are burying Steady
I also
Shoot.
imagine. In a way it doesn't sound like my my character at all. Like
I mean, it's what Little Spout imagines he would sound like.
Question about alchemist bombs. Since these are considered crafted material and not the magical bombs like they were in the previous
Yes.
system, can my
Yes.
bombs be passed out for others to use?
yes.
They would need to
Cool.
be proficient in martial weapons, I believe, to use them properly.
Fantastic. All right. In that case, Dr. Orion is going to very happily pass out some bombs to everyone. Steady Shoot. You are going to get a Peshpine grenade.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
I'm not any good with this.
It's okay. Even if you miss, it explodes.
Mm,
In fact, here, take 2 Peshpine grenades. He gives you 1 in each hoof. And Lysander, I'm going to give you a Dread Ample and a
Who is
Blight
the
Bomb.
sender?
Star Dancer. Who knows who Lysander is? That sounds like a made up name. Star Dancer. I'm gonna give you a Dread Ampoule and a Blight Bomb.
All right. Well,
Let's see.
while the Velociraptors are approaching my cunning illusion, I will weave more illusions. You know, ever since we switched editions, Little Sprout got a lot more heavy on illusions.
Illusions are a fantastic magic school. I love it.
And
I mean,
suddenly
you
there's
used to. I
multiple
mean,
Little
you used to
Sprout-
do illusions
Oh, no.
literally all the time.
I mean, yeah, but no, I can only make illusionary things before. Now I can do, well, I can make illusionary creatures. I can make more illusions of myself. I can make, I have a lot more power now.
Can you create the illusion of cover so that way it looks like we're hitting behind things so we can get them all close to Steady Shoot's head? So that
I
way we all
mean-
throw the bombs at the same time?
If I make an illusory object and we hide behind the object, yeah,
Cool.
because that's a thing, right?
Alright, so you are making an illusion 500 feet away from you, yes? Specifically of Steady Shoot, knee deep or head deep in the sand and smelling like bacon,
Yes.
yes?
I mean, I'm not sure if we need it that far away. Do we need it that far away?
We need it within throwing distance. Which I
Okay,
think
so
30
500 feet is too far.
How many feet away?
If we set it up at the top of a dune, we could probably be just, 10 yards or so away from the top on the other side with an illusion for cover. It's most likely going to fool the Velociraptors. We let them get close to where they're digging at the sand and they're all grouped up together, so that way we can throw the bombs at them and everybody takes splash damage.
If that is the plan, I'm trying to mentally do the math for 30 yards. That's 90 feet, yes?
We'll need.
Yes.
do, do, do.
Yes. That is how yards work.
Bonk.
All right, and I'm using more of my spell slots to make this happen, yo. All right, I use a third level slot, which lets. Aha! So my cover, which is now a rocky outcropping, boop, even sounds and smells and feels right. Oh, it's beautiful.
Hey,
And it lasts for an hour. Boom.
how fancy.
It's so fancy. You don't even know. Look, this is what I'm saying. Little Spot got a lot better with illusions. So
Alright,
much better.
I move you here.
Oh no, things are happening, guys.
Alright, I'm gonna wait till everybody's loaded in. Let's see your little names popping over to the other side.
It's loading.
Eventually,
Load
yes.
faster.
You're at 90%.
It's the Microsoft 90%.
Oh no, not the
Oh.
Microsoft 90%.
That's the worst 90%.
Hang on, I'm gonna try to simulate. I'm gonna try to simulate Steady Shoot in the stand.
Wait, there I am. I loaded. Hooray.
That might have
Oh, yep, that sure is a whole lot of raptors.
I'm gonna try
I
to
mean, you said it was
simulate
12.
Orion
So
in the sand. I just need this color,
it's not Orion.
or not Orion, sorry. Steady Shoot.
That's right.
That's the one. Okay. There. Oh, I guess it doesn't go over tokens. Well, that didn't work. Don't worry about it. He's in the sand.
Okay.
Alright, you guys are free to position yourselves in this red square over here, which is roughly 90 feet away. And this kind of gray, or I guess this kind of darker sand area, I'm just going to kind of be like, this is the shadow of the top of the dune. Like, if you guys want to actually go over, it's kind of like, now this is the top. I'm looking at it more like a shadow than a path. If that makes sense.
Little Sprout is ready to cause trouble.
Alright, and if you guys are ready to cause trouble, let's make it double. Alright. Bonk. There we go. Roll your initiatives with the fist icon. Whee!
You know, there actually is one button to just roll all the NPCs at the same
But
time.
that's not as fun, and I get to see dice flying.
You still get to see all the dice.
Okay, but I don't get the satisfaction of clicking every single.
Well, I guess I can't argue that.
It's really fun. All right, and with that, we switch our music to something much more lively. Hey, look at that.
And
No
Orion, is just,
longer.
Orion is just biting at the bits, just all eager to get this started.
And you were the first, as you see what seems to be all 12 velociraptors that have taken the bait oh so wonderfully, circling this visage of steady shoot, and kind of tilting their head left and right. They're kind of doing that side-eye thing where they're like considering.
Orion is
Should we murder the thing?
going to fly. He's going to fly upward. Let's see. These things can probably jump. So yeah, he's going to fly upward 10 feet and forward 20 feet. He gets another 5 feet for that. So we'll say he's 15 feet up in the air and 20 feet forward to that location.
You mentioned he's flying, yes?
He is flying.
I will note, in case it wasn't, you guys weren't aware, if you guys are going on foot, you guys are still in sand. It is still difficult terrain.
Yep. Do I need to make an athletics or acrobatics check?
If you're flying, then no.
What's your fly speed?
Same as my movement speed, 35 feet.
How do you get 35 feet?
I'm a barbarian. It was calculated in. I don't know.
How did you increase your fly speed?
I have the ancestry ability called Dashing Flyer, and it matches my
Okay.
movement speed. Otherwise, it would be halved. All right, so the thing to make him 30 feet in the air, what's that thing I need to push?
Right click your character, see that 0, turn it into how high up you are.
Fantastic. All right,
Bam! See, that says plus 15.
that is his first action, and his next two actions are going to be attacks. He's going to attack. Let's see.
Double
He'll
right
attack
click.
this one first. Yep.
Oh, nice. Yep. There you go.
And this will be a ranged touch attack, I believe. Or at least that's what it was in PF1. What would it be now?
Oh, touch attacks. They're just attacks.
All right, so he is going
It's a
to...
ranged attack.
This will be at a +1 because my items get a +1 to attack. With a crit success, and he is throwing a moderate blight bomb.
I mean, I was going to say, it has attack right there. You could have clicked that. But either way.
I could have. All right. So that guy takes critical damage. Holy cow! I didn't know I could do that much damage. That is amazing.
Well, first, a confirmation. Did 40 crit?
Oh, yeah, it's
Yes.
very, very hard.
Okay, then that damage happened.
Ah,
so
how do you
that-
want to do this?
That guy, this is the blight bomb. All right, so this is one of Orion's poisonous bombs. It breaks and shatters, splitting his skin open, and the poison melts his skin off. If you ever seen like hot water go over skin, and his flesh melts off, and the poison seeps into his muscle tissue, and it begins to boil and peel off of his bones, and he collapses into a boiling heap of mess. Also, this dude and this dude right here both take 2 points of splash damage.
Aha! 2 points?
Yes.
I shall
Just
attribute.
figured I did that. Oh, you did it. Yay.
And then for my follow-up attack, Orion is going to use this Dread Ampoule Bomb from his other hoof, and he's going to be attacking this dude right here.
Aha! Go for it!
Oh, that
no.
one perfectly misses. But I have a hero point. I will burn my hero point.
You burn a hero point. Give me a d4.
Roll a Yeah!
A second
Oh.
critical.
A second critical. This is amazing. All right. Not as impressive, but this is mental damage, and he
It
is
also gets frightened, too.
He gets frightened too.
Ah, yes.
How did-
Frightened, too, is a big deal.
Oh, yeah. Ah, and frightened. Frightened. That's the one. Bonk, bonk.
And with that, you see Dr. Orion's mad scientist side of him come out, and he's like, I have forgotten how much fun it is to use these. And that's his turn.
All right. Star Dancer, you're watching Orion have an episode.
I guess I'm going to. What's the throw range on these bombs?
So 10 feet? 1 second. Oh, look it up. Looking it up. La 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 la. They have a range increment of 20 feet.
Okay. And what's penalty for past that?
I believe it's -2 per increment out.
I believe that's correct, yeah.
But it's a bomb, so we'll see how it works out.
You can always move closer.
Now, if I click
Let's see.
if I click the bomb that Star Dancer is going to throw, and they click attack, do they use their stats or my stats?
Hey, I think who clicks it is the one who does the roll.
Okay, so
I
we'll
don't know
say.
what that is. Okay.
So the top one, I'd say you have a blight bomb in your left hoof and a dread ampoule in your right hoof.
Excuse me.
Hooves are really bad at holding things. Just to say.
I mean, maybe the average hoof,
I'm just
but
gonna-
we're not average.
I'm just gonna test this out. Actually, I'm gonna push the attack while clicking little spout and then steady shoot and see if the attack modifiers change.
All right. So 2 actions. I'm just going to be flying just above the ground. So ignore the difficult terrain, but
Mhm.
not actually any height.
Also, do you have martial weapon proficiency?
Yes.
Hey!
I guess that's 2 actions, and then throw it as the 3rd action.
Also, I just realized that +1 doesn't actually matter because ABP overrides it anyway.
Boo.
Yeah.
It's more than +1.
Yay.
How do I target them again?
Double right click.
Double right click.
Oh, right. Okay.
Also, I'm not sure if that uses your attack modifier because I clicked steady shoot then little
Yeah,
spout.
it did it through him. Oops.
I can't attack with it. I click
Okay.
attack, nothing happens.
Oh no. Do you have a weapon with the same proficiency? In which case, just click it. Make it do an attack.
It has to be a ranged weapon.
Oh yes, you have a ranged weapon.
weapons. I don't have ranged weapons.
I got you. Hang on.
I got you,
Okay,
friend.
what's the bonus?
I'm just gonna toss a blight bomb.
No,
I
stop
don't
tossing that.
know. Whatever.
Yeah, yes. You got a. Which one did you give her? A greater, right, or moderate?
Moderate.
On both.
Yes.
All right, blight bomb moderate. I'm just gonna drag that in there, and the other one, which is. You guys could do this in the meantime, by the way, between on your turn. If you just drag it in there, it's in the.
Also, yes, it should be a +2 weapon. Ooh.
There you go.
Because ABP.
No, they should be in your actions there.
Actually, I could just roll my weapon because the stats are the same either way.
Cool, do it. Do it.
Well, you get your
Okay.
Force Bastard sword has a +21. Your Blight Bomb and Dread Ampules have +20.
Oh, you just added them to my sheet.
Yep.
Whatever.
Make sure they have the +2.
+2 what?
Under the runes, make sure they're +2. They should be +2. And then attack.
I am really confused. Okay.
Just add a +2 in the after. We can figure that out later.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just going to roll it as it is.
Hey, look at that. And it's a critical hit. Go ahead and roll
Yay.
that damage.
Just hit the critical button or hit both of them?
Critical button.
Oh. Ouch.
Nice.
Ouch. How would you like to do this, Lysander? Or start answer.
I don't even know what it does. I just threw it.
Aha.
It's poison damage. So the one I threw that also did a critical hit, it just like melted the flesh and they became like a sopping
Yep,
pile of
I
bones.
guess that's what it does then, because holy shit.
Softened piles increase, and I believe you have one more action.
Oh, and
Nope, that was
this
2
guy-
actions to move.
Aha. Okay.
I only
that
have
guy
15
and
move flying.
remember, GM, the adjacent squares take 2 points of damage. Splash damage.
Another 2 points of splash damage. Look at that. Bonk. And bonk. Look at that. Little Spout, it is your turn.
What? My turn? I get turns?
Yeah.
Amazing. Who knew? Also, I just wanted to get this in the right place. There it is. Click. There you go. This is what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't need to see that.
Don't
Sorry.
worry, it's just wax. Don't worry about it.
But it's very precious wax, I'll have you know. Alright, so Shisho jet forward with literal plumes of fire. Whoosh. Forward. Lands right on the sand. Boop, boop. And Shisho sneer. She's sneering at them. Oh, it's not even nice. All this sneering that's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
And Shisho fling out some fire. Because, I mean, who doesn't like some fire? Everybody likes fire.
I don't know about that
But
one.
you know what? Actually, they look kind of thirsty. I think I'm going to help them out. I'm going to give them some water. I mean, that's fair, right?
Hopefully.
She will do it in a elemental fire. Man.
Ooh, you're fanning.
And she can get up to burn. She can get up to 5, so she'll make it 25 cone. Dear God. All right,
Nice.
so let's see how many she can hit. Blah! 25. Blue.
Oof. It's quite a lot. All right.
Also, she does not concentrate on this existing anymore, so it stops existing.
Hit ceases to exist.
Poof.
I'm sorry to say.
I
Station,
will.
You've
For
disappeared.
the last thing it does, it will say, "I die as I live." Poof.
Smelling like bacon.
Yes, that's exactly how he lived.
Uh,
All right, so she does the elemental fan, so they all get a basic reflex save against her damage, and she gets to do damage because damage is good, right?
all right. What's your save?
Why did I do that blind? No.
Aha.
Yay.
All right. You said basic reflex save.
Yep, they
What's
got
the
the big
DC?
reflex saves. Everybody likes reflex saves. Come on.
What'd be the DC?
32.
32. 1, 2, 3. All right. There's 3 of them. Going down
Yep.
top to bottom.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, he failed real bad. Oh, he failed really bad. Oh, he. Oh, hey, he just regular failed.
Hey,
Good
look at
job.
that. All right.
So double, normal.
Double, and normal. And as you spray your fire, get
Water.
Water.
She
sorry.
hosed them.
Yup.
Have a drink. Yeah, no.
And it seems like they'll never be thirsty again as you wipe out 3 of them.
That means, she's just trying to help. She's just trying to help,
Mind you, that there's like nothing really to salvage at that point, so Orion with his bacon quest might be a little saddening. Is that your turn, Little Spout?
Yeah, no, it was 1 action to jet forward, then 2 actions to go. Have one.
All right, steady shoot. You have now gotten a glimpse on what it's like to have your own timeline erased with the disappearance of that image. Some time theory shit.
Yeah, don't go hinting at that. It's
All
not my greatest fear, but it is my fear, I guess.
All right, what are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna make my way. So I gotta move 15s. That's not right. No. Get out of there. I'm just gonna move 3 actually.
You're you're making your way downtown.
Making my way back to you, babe, with my burning rage inside.
Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, is that your turn?
It is.
Alright, then we get to the other Velociraptors' turns. Velociraptors, which have now seen, in about the course of 6 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of their compatriots simply vanish. That's not good. And the person that they were doing, who is now, strangely enough, over here.
Yes.
They briefly look toward each other, and this one just through the sand, bounding away.
Clever girl.
Clever girl indeed. The one who is scared joins him.
But that one only gets one action.
Oh yeah. He only gets one action. Well, scared doesn't take away actions, does it?
Frightened does, I believe.
Pathfinder 2E.
Am I mistaken?
I believe you're mistaken. That's stunned. Yep. Frightened only decreases, gives a penalty. Ooh.
Okay, disregard.
Alright, and this one does the same. Whee! The next one in turn is this one. Womp womp. Yeah, they're running away. Question is, are you guys chasing them down on your turn? They seem to be very good at bounding in the desert. Who would have thought? Whee!
Orion sees the heaping mess down below, and then he sees Steady Shoe with his 2 Peshpine bombs. And he's like, "Aww, wanted to see what they do. Darn it!"
It's gonna be one of those things like, hey, watch this, and you throw it way high up in the air. You turn around, and then from the distance, you just see it hit the head of one. Punk.
Oh.
You know what? That's actually a pretty good idea. Yeah, Orion is going to dive down to Steady Shoot there. And he's going to say, "Steady Shoot, give me one."
Can he just use an interact to grab one from me if I'm letting him?
I believe
Like I have it stored. I have it stored on my what's it called? I probably have it stored on a pouch on me, some kind of accessible place that would just be an action for me to move. So for him, it would probably be an action.
Could I spend an action to retrieve it?
Says it's probably not. Actually, there's probably a half decent chance I just sort of put him in my pack and didn't bother. But is probably not. Probably tried to be nice about it.
An interact action is what needed to get it from wherever it is.
Yes. Well, like there are actual rules about like how many interact actions certain things take, and like getting it from your backpack is 2. But if it's from like a thing from like a pouch,
I'm assuming you were
on your
prepared to use
person.
it.
Yes.
Okay. Then
So
it's only
one action to grab the bomb.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Then with that, Orion is seeing that one who's a coward. He's going to target that one again, which I still am. And he's going to take out the Peshpine grenade, and he's going to attack. Third action.
All right.
Wow, that succeeded somehow. Cool.
Even with a -2, you still do hit, dealing a number of damage to him in the 7s.
He takes 7. And is there any lingering damage? Doesn't look like it.
Any lingering doubts?
Oh, he's stupefied 1.
Oh, nice.
That's right. I remember why I wanted to make this one, because it's a debuffing grenade. And that will be Orion's turn.
Alright. If that is Orion's turn, then that brings us to Star Dancer.
Hey, that's not what I want to do. Nope. That's not what I want to do. What am I doing? How did I rotate?
If you
Alright.
hold
Shift.
There we go.
Yep, if you hold controller shift.
Okay, so they're all just running away then?
Right now they're dancing, but yeah, they're running away.
What the
Hey, they're not Gobbo. Stop that.
fly at 15 speed is so useless. Hmm. What is 20-foot burst? Sure, why not?
She's got
Let's
tricks up
fireball
her
them.
sleeve. Oh no. Oh lord. Alright. You fireball. I'm taking it to the ones you targeted here. Yep.
Yeah.
Aha, they are running away in a group. Look at that. Which means they need to make a. boy.
How do I make
Going
a?
I'm going top to
Click
bottom.
on the ruler that is like top down left, then click on the circle, and then you can draw a circle.
All of them failed. One of them only normally. The rest of them
Oh
critically.
wait! If I do it there, it actually hits the one up there too.
Nice.
Just to note, you can move your templates around once you put it down. Which I think-
Yeah, I see that now. How do I get rid of it?
Press delete while your mouse is over it.
Oh, okay.
Glad I
Alright.
could help.
we go.
Orion chucked a bomb and hit one in the head. It looks like Star Dancer is coming up, flicking a bead of fire in their direction. Give me that damage roll.
Do
There
it.
we go.
Well,
Do it.
if you wanted roasted raptor, we just got it.
Really? Only 20 on a 66? I guess that makes sense.
20 there. And 20 on this one, who had failed normally. The one that was scared, it's stupefied and everything, it just kind of finally falls over slightly on fire. The one at the bottom, this one, is still running. The other ones right here, however, the ones that are currently dancing, are not dancing anymore. Let's see, bonk. In fact, they're all on fire. That's... Yep.
Nice.
They just kind of fall over. Boom, 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 like dominoes. Clearly outdoing Mr. Orion in the AoE game there. Alright, Little Spout,
What? It's my turn?
it is your turn.
How could this be?
2 remain, and then they're running for their lives.
On one hoof, Little Spout feels slightly bad for them. On the other hoof, Little Spout does not feel bad for them at
These
all.
are designated villains.
Well,
They just want
no,
to eat
they're-
us.
They're just predators. But as it turns out, I'm made of flesh, and I don't want to be eaten.
Hmm,
I mean, you can't argue with that logic.
I
Mhm.
guess.
I'm just imagining Little Spout doing that thing that they do in Mulan, where she's like readying up her steam whip or whatever, just being like, and Orion's just like, how many people does it take to send a message? 1. He just starts reeling back.
And so Little Spout showed jet forward another 40 feet.
Scared raptor looks.
And she'll just fling a perfectly normal ball of water to try to put out that one, just so that he can be cooked properly later.
Okay, you're gonna try to put that one out. How nice of you.
It's extremely kind.
Alright, let's see it.
Ow!
You critically put him out.
He's been put out, guys!
Oh yes, he's about to be put out. Let's see the damage.
This is not already doubled, by the way.
Ooh.
Poor guy only had 10 HP left.
Not anymore, you know.
Bonk. And he is very promptly not on fire anymore, though his problems have worsened tenfold somehow. As he's just kind of there now. Bonk. Oh, wrong one.
Little Spout strikes a triumphant pose.
Alright. Steady shoot. From the distance, you see one remaining. And it is running very fast in the opposite direction of you.
Little Spout.
Steady ignores it. Turns around. It's good.
Little Spout considers this. No, let that one live so he can tell others.
But the
Orion-
Dread Pirate Roberts leaves no survivors.
Orion's jaw just drops. It's like, but it's right there. You can get it. Nail it.
I mean, it's actually pretty far.
Yeah.
I can make more. This is for science.
Fine. Take
Yay.
the bomb out. I throw the bomb.
Let's see how far away it is.
Whoops, I forgot to.
80.
open up the
Wow.
thing. Hold on.
Okay, so that's 3 increments out. So that's -6. Woo!
Yeah, that's gonna be great. Hold on. I need to actually open up the items list, equipment. What's the name of the bomb?
Peshpine grenade. Moderate.
Heshpine?
Peshpine. It's basically a
Which
needle.
one? Which one is this?
Peshpine.
Greater, lesser?
Moderate.
Moderate. It's right there, man. It's in the chat.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's good.
Oh, also, he took 2 piercing damage from the previous grenade, if that matters.
That does not matter with this one.
Okay.
Also, video timestamped is the kind of.
Sorry, I accidentally made it.
And you throw it. Is that with all the correct modifiers and everything together?
That is not with the range modifier.
Of like -6.
Yeah, it should be right for everything else.
Uh,
Well, I don't think I marked the what's it called thing, did I? It should be look. My battle axe is 26. My difference between strength and dexterity is 4. So I'm 4 lower than that. We're good. I
so
think.
4 lower than the roll.
No. 6 lower than the roll because I didn't put in.
Okay, cool. If it's 6 lower than the roll, then you have made contact. Not critically.
Damn.
All right.
Okay.
Do I click the damage button?
Go for it. So he just bonk. Oh.
Bonk.
He takes 9 points of piercing damage, and he is stupefied 1. Haha.
And he is stupefied 1. Bonk.
I get stupefied.
And Orion is just floating beside you, hovering, laughing maniacally. Brilliant! I love these things!
Shouting maniacally.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Further and further the range becomes. He pretty much uses all of his actions to kind of bound. He's actually doing this weird leapy thing over the sand. He's making it really easy for him to do so. So much so that he's probably technically off the gridded map that Foundry has for me right here. I ask if there's anything else in your guys' round of combat that you guys can get him with if you guys wish to still pursue him.
Orion will land on the ground next to Steady Shoot, and he'll clap his hooves together. Job well done. And that will end his turn.
Alright, start answer.
What's the range?
He's kind of off the map right now, but I mean, if you have something like that has like, you know, like 400 feet of range or something like that, obviously it's still going to be in range. So I'm wondering if there's any last minute things you guys are wanting to do.
You got.
I don't have another fireball. I can't hit him.
I thought fireballs had like a range of 400 feet or something.
500.
500.
Right, but he says he didn't have a fireball. That's the
Oh.
not that he was out of range.
Oh.
Yeah. Most things are 20 feet.
Are you a prepared caster or a spontaneous caster? You're a prepared caster, right?
Yeah, because PF2 screwed everything up.
Wizard.
So, yeah, I got nothing.
Alright. Let him go. Little Spout.
We both clicked the button.
Yeah, I saw that.
So what? There's one raptor running very far away.
Yup.
Alright, Little Spout lets it run. Hopefully it will teach its friends not to mess with us.
Alright, and steady shoot.
If it has any friends. Pretty sure we killed them all.
Steady Shoot doesn't have any
I was about
more.
to say remaining.
Yeah, Steady Shoot doesn't have any more things, and he threw his bomb, so he's just gonna stop. Okay.
Alright. I think that takes us to the end of combat here. As we
Does
finish
it
up
now?
with once more a setting of calm. Oh man.
Because
Now
Mhm.
Ryan goes through his pack and he pulls out his alchemist cookbook, and he takes out a pen and he starts scribbling down some notes. And on this particular page, it's actually quite scarce, but he starts filling up the corners with notes and muttering to himself about the performance of each grenade. Now, 2 of them did not see their full potential today, but one of them was particularly amazing. Oh, I didn't mean to press that twice.
I hand the grenade back to the remaining grenade back to Orion or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Dr. Orion, you got it right.
Right.
Little-
Okay.
Little
Yeah.
spout points at the ones that were
Yeah,
on
okay.
fire but not like disintegrated. Hey, look, there's still some. If you wanted to do something with them.
2 of them are too toxic to eat.
No, the ones that got cooked.
Let's take a look. I'm gonna roll a survival check, GM, to see if there's anything salvageable from these crispy burned critters.
Go for it.
Knowledge cooking. Do you have knowledge cooking?
No.
Yeah, no, the one that she put out was reduced to like a fine meaty vape. Not that one.
The ones that
Also,
still have
also,
body
what did you
parts
also
are
what did
kind
you
of
blast it
unsalvageable.
with? You blasted it with water, right?
The one that I put out got hit for so much damage, it's probably just like reduced to nothing.
Which is kind of the case for
I'm
all
just-
of these. Even with your
Uh,
survival
did
check,
you-
there doesn't seem to be much that you can really salvage from these things. Orion.
Ryan?
Oh, he said BRB. And then
Oh.
Otterhead.
Barbie.
Alright.
We're playing with Barbies. God, we're playing a serious game.
Other than that, the rest of your resting time goes fairly uneventful. And quite frankly, as you guys get to the evening, there's a lot less sounds of wildlife around you. After that.
Hmm.
Hey, we've made it clear to nature that we're not taking any guff.
Oh, I'm gonna sneeze again. Excuse me.
That was an odd sneeze.
Yeah, it was. That being said, as you guys awake the next day, go down the thing, I'll point out both of these hexes have a path through them, which makes them not difficult terrain.
Ah,
Nice. I guess the
means we
area.
get to here.
Yeah,
I guess the area surrounding them is slightly is nicer.
slightly more traveled, a lot more rocky, that kind of thing. It's probably why they made a trail through here. Huzzah! That being said, I need your G100.
I'll let somebody else roll it because I've been rolling all of them.
What?
Start answer. You should roll it for us.
I see. Let's see. GM. Wait. See if this works. Otherwise, it's. Hey, that worked. That did not bind GM though. What?
Where it says public roll, right above language, you gotta switch that to blind GM roll.
Yeah, it says blind GM roll.
Huh.
Odd. Odd.
There
Okay.
you go.
Apparently, if you do double brackets, it completely ignores that. You have to do slash roll.
Ah.
Apparently.
Wow, that was certainly between 1 and 100. As you guys continue throughout the night, you kind of cross over this path, and kind of going toward the east, you see a couple people who are traveling up on it. And by a couple people, I mean like a small party, it seems. A small party of what looks to be Persians and Sphinxes, raising up some kind of flag.
It's a flag that we know.
You could give me a society. if you'd like.
Society check. Yeah, I knew where that was going.
I mean, Little Spout doesn't even try to guess because she'd probably guess really badly.
Hmm.
Yes. My +0 in society will help us. It will not help us.
Aha, that is clearly the sign of the badger lovers.
Mm-hmm. All right, is that all? Who's rolling in society there? Just making sure I get all the rolls in first. I have Orion and Star Dancer.
Those seem like the people that are that have their society knowledge. Yes.
Okie dokie. Orion, you're not actually too familiar with this flag. It's
Got
a
the
little foreign.
brain bones.
However, Star Dancer, with the markings on it and the way the negative space lines up, the flag itself looks like it is some kind of dog with a what's it called? Pickaxe in front of it. You will recognize this as the symbol of the Bannermanes from the city, from the town of Weldstone, and they seem to be traveling toward the east. Mm-hmm.
I have no idea where that is, but
I was gonna say, I don't even see Weldstone on this map.
Aha, Weldstone is right over here.
Oh wait, there it is.
Big words.
Weldstone.
oh, so what did you call the mountains?
Aha.
Yeah.
They are kind of traveling, like I said, eastward, so up the path. Away from...
Fair enough. I will do the responsible thing and not bother them.
Pretty much.
Alrighty. As you guys don't bother them, and you go by anyway, you'll hear a lot of them jeering at you from along the way. A couple of them kind of shouting, "What are you doing going across the desert without a path? Oh, you're going to kill yourselves," they say as they continue walking by, just casually making light of your current journey. You don't seem
Do we have this map available to us? Like in character, can we look at this map and notice that the next leg is the long one?
I'm usually at this point under the impression that you guys have a map, given the fact that you have a boon from a certain library. You can kind of just
okay. So I'm like, well, we made the short one. Well, we made the short one pretty well. We're waiting for the long one.
Little spout tilts her head. I thought half the point was that nobody could really track us. We went this way, and if somebody was trying to ambush us, well, good luck with that, because they'll be trying to, guard all the obvious ways, which we didn't take. Because we just went straight there. Because we're badasses.
Yeah.
We are coming up to some cliffs. Lots of critters like to live in cliffs.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to go across the cliffs, but we're being near the cliffs, I guess.
I mean, if we think about it, the cliffs will probably provide good cover from the sun about half the day, too.
I mean, really, it's like we'll be within miles of cliffs. It's like, is that even really close? Not really. That's how maps work.
Shall we carry on?
The cliffs will exist.
Let's
we'll be able to see them. Look at those cliffs over there. Oh, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Onwards!
Well, you guys are pretty much like at the end, like at this point of the 2 hexes. So I need your watches, ye who are watching.
Oh, my dad gave me that watch.
But who is watching the watch?
Who watches the watchers?
It's me. I'm the one who's watching the watchers.
Well, I mean, that's up to the D100 roll. That determines who's watching the watchers.
That's true. Last time it was the what's it called?
The Raptors.
Yeah, it was the Raptors last time. So,
as you guys set up your tent and individually watch throughout the rest of the day, outside of the casual passers that kind of go up and down this path, it seems to be a much less used path than the one that you guys came down from Wachi to Lirbast. As a matter of fact, there really isn't that much activity that happens along the way. And nearing the evening, once again, you guys don't necessarily hear that much wildlife than the first night that you were there.
Neat.
Nature learned its lesson.
Seems so.
Yeah, after the terrible boat trip.
However, it is back to your rough terrain.
Yep. Then we shall advance a hex. A mighty, mighty hex.
A mighty hex requires a mighty blind D100.
Oh, no. Oh, there it is.
There you are.
I was ready.
Orion, throughout the day, given your affinity for things, and I mean the rest of you guys could technically see this as well. You guys will notice there are what seems to be a few vultures overhead, either circling or following you.
They're going to be very disappointed.
Yeah. These poor vultures, they think we're weak enough to fall over in the desert.
Little spout extends her tongue.
One of them looks at you. You're not sure if it's angry or not. It just kind of looks at you.
I mean, they're literally just a random bird, so Little Spout does not mind.
Fair enough.
There is some good news. The more of you die, the better I eat. I didn't say it was good news for you.
And as you guys near the day, because you guys are traveling in the evenings, I need your watches for this night. Type out the word watches.
Here we go.
Yeah, now you can. It's really bad spelling, but it helps me figure out where who's rolling where what.
And this GM is terrible. He keeps trying to steal my watch.
Aha.
And my watch is directly above wages.
Wages. Aha, I see that. Alright, and as you guys stay watch for the night, you'll notice that those vultures do alight somewhere out in the distance, and one of them takes off and continues going more south. The others, however, stay. Other than that, nothing else seems to be
Well,
necessarily
That's not normal.
necessarily out of place.
There are those who can use animals as their eyes and ears, aren't there?
That's a thing.
How far away are the buzzard or vultures?
How far away are the vultures? Well, the vultures that you're seeing are like, I mean, they're birds. They kind of alighted on some perch that they're able to, like I'd say over 500 feet away. I'm just noting that they didn't stop following you through the day.
Maybe we should detect magic on those vultures. Somebody might be scrying through them. These bad hombres we're coming up to. Do you recall them ever using animals to spy on you? Orion asked the party.
That was a party question.
All right, let's
These bad hombres we're going to be meeting up with in Dakalai that are responsible for your family members going to hell. Do you ever recall them using animals to spy on you?
To be honest, I don't know, but it might make sense because they always seem to know where we are, and they always seem to be sending some douchebags after us, almost no matter where we are.
I think we should quietly sneak up on those buzzards and cast some detect magic on them. Maybe they're not buzzards at all.
Little Spout gently clops her hoofs together. I mean, you could cast detect magic on what's left of them after we murdered them.
You want to roast them with a fireball? That would be hilarious.
That works.
Ooh, you two should throw fireballs together.
I don't do fireballs.
Try that.
Do you have something that'll reach out that far?
No. That's more of a wizard thing. I'm sorry.
All right, Star Dancer, it's all up to you. Roasted vultures.
Well then.
Only you can save us.
Is this something you're doing?
That blind rolled it. I will roast the vultures.
Only
roast
you
the
can
vultures.
commit genocide.
And as you throw your fireball forward, let's see actually what their reflex save is. But they actually already have a thing for vultures, don't they? They do. Look at that. As you do so, let's see, their reflex is... Their reflex. Ah! Right there. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna roll. There was... How many? 1, 2, 3.
This will not end well.
Oh, yes. And a +2 to all of those would not change the outcome, as you pretty much torch all the birds. Except for the one that already left.
Jerk.
Do they appear to be dead vultures?
They very much appear to be nothing right now. They're pretty flamed up with 24 points of damage.
Orion looks at the fireball in the distance. Ooh. And then he holds up a hoof to start answer.
I guess I will tap it.
You tap the hoof.
And Orion pumps his elbow. Yeah.
Little spell gives a soft nod.
You know what I forgot that I got?
What did you get?
So you have a tent. That's nice. I have a magnificent mansion.
Does that come with food?
Yes.
Oh,
No.
wow.
Enough food to serve a 9-course banquet to 150 people.
150?
Holy shit.
How many
I mean-
times have you used that?
I have a little spell.
You know what? It's okay. We don't mind roughing it. We're adventurers. We don't have to live in comfort like kings.
You got a wizard, might as well.
Wait,
Yeah.
okay, it's not magnificent. Wait, is it Magnificent Mansion? Is that what you have?
Yeah.
If I don't wake up in the morning with sand under my eyelids, I'm not having fun.
Now, the trick with Magnificent Mansion is one, you're obviously using a level 7 spell slot to do it.
Yeah, but you just save it until night and then it's refreshed the next day.
Which at that point you have to rememorize Magnificent Mansion. It's always taking up that level 7 slot.
I literally have 3 7th level spells.
I'm just saying. The other thing is, just to remind, it is uncommon. Did you ask?
I
You did
asked
ask.
all of them.
Okay, then cool. Thumbs up.
They are.
Thumbs up.
But yeah, anyway.
Alright. So it sounds like you guys have torched the birds. Is there anything else that you guys are doing with these? Question mark?
Do we notice any other wildlife or any other persons in our area?
In your immediate area, it does not seem so. You guys are in the middle of a desert, it seems.
Well, if those were legit buzzards or vultures, and my suspicions are correct, then the one that we should have torched has already left. But if we start getting followed again, we'll just fireball them over and over.
What?
We'll make tracking us very expensive.
Did it determine that these are indeed magical? I forget.
Well, let's cast Detect Magic on what's left.
I will go look at them because always detect magic.
I will go with her to make sure nothing pounces.
Alright, and you do so, going up to go see if there's anything magical about these things, and you find that the most magical thing about them is their anatomy, scattered all around. There does not seem to be anything else magical.
Little spout nods sagely. They appear to be magically delicious.
Are we ready to move?
Let's continue.
All right. Next hex.
Alright, next hex. Move you down. Whoosh. I need a D100 for somebody.
Oh no.
Blind, if you could. Aha! That was either good or bad. As you continue to go down, kind of start following along the edge of this cliff face here, which means that your travel, thankfully, is a little bit more rocky, so long as you stick to this cliff's edge, making it less difficult terrain. That being said, however, as you're still kind of traversing in sand here and there. There's not that many planned sand. More strangely, as you kind of continue looking onward, you'll notice that there seems to be someone kneeling in the sand around a rather unnatural-looking ring of cacti. A single vulture is kind of flying over their head in a circle, and they seem to be tending to somebody.
Oh. Is this...
Hey, Little Spout heard vulture. It's like,
Right, that was important, but I'm also looking at the circle of cacti and wondering if this is a shrine.
Well,
Not the first thing I would have thought for a circle of cacti, but you never know.
Little Spout shall squint suspiciously. So suspicious.
You squint suspiciously. Looking at here. Sorry, I see a nature roll and a religion. Which one are you doing? I guess
Both.
both. Alright.
She's trying to determine what's up naturally, and then also, does this have any religious significance?
Naturally, this probably isn't something that should happen normally in the wild. Either those cactuses were planted there or otherwise. However, religiously, you are not aware of a religion that surrounds circular shaped cacti.
There should be.
Call that religion soft prickler.
Cactus Mancer.
Why, yes, I'm a cactus man, sir. What's the problem? You don't like hugs?
Some Arizona IC. Boy, howdy.
What's the worst that could happen? Alright, well, what kind of person is this person?
Well, the person in the distance seems to have paws by the looks of how they're tending to this person. However, they seem to be wearing a nice cloak on, obscuring their features. And, more strangely, a few moments later, you see somebody else fade in, as if they had just cast invisibility on themselves, lean down and start tending to, after a moment, what you realize to be a pink unicorn.
Oh. Are we upwind or downwind from these individuals?
You are upwind. I believe that's the term.
That means they will smell us before we smell them. Okay. But the pink unicorn definitely has Orion's attention. He's going to fly up and start circling a bit closer to get a better view.
You fly up into the cloudless day. Naturally, you're going to draw some views. There's not really many places you could hide in the air. And they kind of look up at you.
Little Spout begins just approaching. A nice little tooting flame jets whoosh, as she comes closer, and she is waving happily. Wave, wave, wave.
Waving happily, you approach as Orion scouts from above. Give me 1 second here. Just because.
And Little Spout is either helping or hurting this scouting, depending on which way you look at it.
Basically, I want to get close enough to see if it is Cassiopeia on the ground.
Oh no, Desert Encounter 3, that's the worst one.
Desert Encounter 3. Who does that yet?
Ring Danciopia.
Cassie Dancer.
Cassie Dancer.
Cactus Dancer. Ooh. New OC.
Just gonna
What's
fill
the
out the
worst
Dancer
outfit?
family, aren't you?
This is a Cactus Dancer. Yeah, yeah. It's already hard enough we already had a hard time keeping two straight.
Cactus Dancer. That's next, a ballet dancer.
Hey! I recognize that figure.
Yay. And as you make your approach, you do notice that the Sphinx Well, I mean, Little Spout, you get close enough to see that this is a Sphinx, I should say, because you're the one who kind of bound it up. Orion, I'm assuming you're in the air, like over here somewhere.
Yeah.
This is indeed a Sphinx, and the person who had joined them with a similar robe seems to be a Persian, and they seem to be tending. The Sphinx themselves, while they have a robe on, quickly seems to pull out some sort of staff from below, which looks incredibly wooded and twisted as they thunk it into the sand and stand up. Halt!
Little Spout shall land.
No, Ryan.
Hey, we found
Orion.
you.
If you are here to make good of us and this body, I warn you, you are in for a bad time.
Little Spout tilts her head left, tilts her head right. I was just gonna ask how you doing.
They kind of squint.
That's my wife. Let me through. I'm a doctor.
Once again, they kind of stand in front of here. Not until you tell me who you are and what your business is, and truthfully to me, if you please, they say as they thud the thing into the ground, and you see a ring of something kind of come around her.
Little Spout is squinting suspiciously at the rod there.
What do you determine?
Ryan is going.
She's trying to identify it. Figure out what it is. What is it?
Ryan's going to roll occultism to see if he can identify what this guy with the staff is up to.
It's the thing.
The guy with the staff?
Yeah. Like, is he casting a spell that Orion would recognize?
Well, your occultism would get you. They didn't seem to be doing anything occulty. Little Spout, I just need to double check here. I actually need to see which one this one was.
The intense little list of squints.
Yes. I need to go find their character sheet right here. This is the one. All right. You would recognize this as a verdant staff.
Oh, how lovely. So anyway, Little Spout waves again. Wave. You still didn't tell me how you're doing.
I am doing more than fine. And
Oh, that's good.
he looks toward his partner. Give her some of that cactus juice, yes? And the one who had briefly been invisible kind of nods, still looking warily at you guys as you see her approach Ring Dancer. Or in Orion's case, Cassiopeia.
And Orion is going to fly lower and land right here. He's going to try to approach her.
You are
This is
quickly
indeed-
stopped. Whoosh. And like I said, that ring kind of follows along with them as they as they do. And let me just double check here. I'm going to need a will save from you. Actually, a will save from anybody who I'm going to put the area of effect here. Bonk. Anybody who enters this circle here.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently I just stepped up there to attempt to talk, so there we go.
There you go.
You fool! But why just do a will save? That's my weakest save. Yeah. Well, I mean, that hasn't changed since between editions. Hooray! Hooray!
Let me just make sure that was everybody. It's you three. All right. Oh, and you don't need to make this. There you go.
Hey, we will save buddies.
Yep. I'm just double checking one thing here. So give me 1 second.
1,000.
Alrighty. So, Little Spout and Steady Shoot. As you come in here, you have the unequivocal urge to tell the truth. Orion, however, you stave that feeling away.
Okay.
Well, I say that. It pretty much means you just get a -2 status penalty to deception checks. Wait,
Oh, okay.
Hang on, let me double check that. Lies. You guys actually, sorry, I was looking at the wrong tier. The target cannot speak any deliberate and intentional lies, and you take a -2 status penalty to deception checks.
I see. So you cannot lie, but then you also have a hard time, like, talking around the truth.
It's kind of like that one Jim Carrey movie. I forget the name of it, but yeah.
Liar, liar.
Liar,
liar.
I can't lie. Admiral will disagree, but I'm still waiting for an answer.
I'm like, look, we were pursuing Ring Dancer, but we gave up because I don't think we thought we could find her. We didn't have a lead, did we?
My husband's stuck in hell.
That's
Orion-
true. That's true.
Orion-
My girlfriend is stuck in hell too.
Orion points with her wing, and my wife is stuck in there.
Yes.
Hey,
Say,
that
say.
sucks, says Little Spout. I mean, I will point out she's actually had no reason to lie so far.
Right. Well, we want to tell the truth, so I wonder if he can tell who passed or failed the checks.
Probably not.
Orion's going to try to weave his way past the
I don't
dude.
know about PF2, but the original, no, you couldn't, because that was kind of the point.
They do.
I see.
They say the reason I told you guys. Let's see here. It says effective creatures are aware of this enchantment, therefore they can avoid answering questions if they'd like. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of the mind that like if effective creatures aren't like know that they're under the enchantment, then the caster would know. But that's like me as a GM, so they don't really specify that. Well, actually, yeah.
The original version was you cast the spell,
Yeah.
which you
That makes
assume
sense.
that everyone in the spell is compelled to tell the truth.
This makes sense. That also would not make sense if they knew with the -2 status penalty to deception. Blah 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 blah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, then it'd be something like Field of Detect Lying or something.
Yep.
Not tell the truth.
Yeah. I'm like, that's right. We came up here. We're headed south, but if we have found Ring Dancer and Cassiopeia, we would absolutely like to help them.
And she kind of squints and looks toward Little Spout, Sphinx? Question mark?
Little Spout is currently Little Spout because she wasn't in a city and had no reason to hide.
Then they kind of still guard over her a little bit. And where are your masters?
Little Spout raises a hoof.
We
Hi.
don't have any masters. Maybe
I'm
this will
the
help.
Master, she says
I
something.
show out a badge. I'm a bannerman from far away.
Oh, you are one of the Western Bannermains, you are. And she kind of squints at your badge. Pfft. And this is somebody you've been tailing, yes?
Yes.
And how dare you let her go out into the desert alone?
To be honest, she had about a day and a half ahead of us, so it was kind of difficult to stop her.
Well, clearly she did not know that she needed water, as she has gotten out this far and seems to have collapsed. He's lucky.
Oh,
That's
we can help with water.
That is.
I look over to Little Spout.
Their eyes raise and looks. Her gaze kind of switches over to Little Spout. It is lucky that my companion spotted her from a distance. She says as she nods upward to the vulture.
The Little Spout tilts her head. It's like, well, I wasn't hiding. It's kind of flat.
Orion's going to weave around
Either
this.
way, you want water? Water.
I don't think so. No, I'm not muted. Okay. Orion's
Sorry.
going to weave around this guy, and he's going to check on Ring Dancer, looking her over to see if there's any physical injuries.
Not immediately seeming to be fearing that you are going to cause mischief now, they reluctantly slightly stand beside and watch very carefully. A small bit of weird, airy energy floating around the top of that staff, just in case. And their friend is kind of looking up, looking up and down you, keeping yourself close. I'm watching you. You do not have the same badge as your friend. For all I know, you have stolen that from a nice person. He squints.
And Orion is neglecting them for the most part. His full attention is on Ring Cassiopeia here. Does she still appear to have a fully healed body like none of the scars?
Now go ahead and give me your medicine check. Oh,
I did 36.
I'd normally be blind, but whatever. With a 36, you will get that she seems incredibly dehydrated, very dehydrated, and seemingly outside of that, very, very lightly breathing. The one person in front of you seemed to have been had a small cup of some kind of juice, and was kind of hoofing it your way. Give us 2 hit.
And Orion is going to sniff whatever he is holding and attempt to identify it.
Go for it.
All right. Would this be another medicine check?
Would be blind if you could.
Or could I use a crafting for craft alchemy check to identify it?
You are not
it's
crafting
alchemy.
this juice. You are recognizing it. So that would be your yeah. There you go. You recognize this as, well, cactus juice. Da-ba-da-da-da-da. Side effects may include tripping the heck out.
Not that kind of cactus. I mean, was that a joke or is that
Nope,
legit?
that was completely legit.
No. That has toxins in it. She can't drink that.
It is not toxic, and she is unconscious anyway, says this one.
She needs fresh water. Little Spout, please don't splash us with water. That's great, but she needs a gentle
No,
flow.
look! She jiggles the water skin dangling from her mouth. Jiggle, 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 jiggle.
And Orion will take that and
And it's nice and fresh.
he will position her neck in a way to where it won't spill into her lungs and just pour a little bit into her mouth at a time so she's able to swallow just a teeny tiny bit of it. We don't need to drench her with water. If we give her too much water at once, it could send her into shock.
And you start
What's
doing
that?
so.
Make it rain? You got it. No.
No!
No, she can't do that.
And you do so, dripping it into her mouth little by little. She seems really dry. But hey, you're definitely giving her water, and she seems to be taking it without a cough.
Amusingly, Little Spout being this close helps her stave off more heat damage. Yay!
Yeah, look at that.
Yay!
And I don't know if this applies, but I'm going to treat her like a patient and just continue giving her water. She doesn't need anything like risky surgery or anything of that nature, so he's just going to keep treating her until she stabilizes.
Gotcha. I would assume that you guys are staying here with them for the camp for the rest of the night.
That would be logical. On the other hand, we don't care about being next or bite. No way.
All right. Well, in that case, if you guys are staying here trying to see if a ring dancer will wake up, and getting your tent set up and everything like that, these two, the Sphinx and the Persian, warily want to stay with you guys, seemingly still untrusting of your motives. But if you guys are allowing that, then right now would be a good place for us to end session, and we can pick up next time.
All right. Yeah, Orion's simply going to be fixated on Ringsiopia until she's healthy again. So he doesn't mind them sticking around.
Yeah.
All right.
Cassiope answer.
I heard Star Dancer try to say a thing.
What? No.
Oh, sorry.
Ring Dancer was laughing
I
at
was
the name I
laughing
gave
at
Ring
your
Dancer.
Ringsiopia thing.
Fair enough.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and push the buttons and say bye, 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 bye.